Hey everyone. So the last couple days on my blog, I've written about self-care and soul care and all that kind of care. So today I am going to go out and do a little self-care of my own, and I'm inviting you to go along with me and enjoy a little care. So here we are. For me, one of the things I do when I just feel like I need a little me time, need to, you know, do a little self-care is I get out. I like to get out in nature. I like to go spend time in creation. And to me, it helps me recenter. It helps me really reconnect. For me, I feel God's presence out here when I'm amongst the things that He has created. And it really is kind of therapeutic, sometimes healing. And it's a good thing. I think self-care is a good thing. I think we need to take care of ourselves. And you can read my blog post to see a little bit more about that. Um, but what's been on my mind here lately is, a lot of people use self-care because honestly, it's because when we feel okay, we are okay. And so we find ways to make ourselves okay. And that's not wrong. But what happens if we're not okay? What happens when we get out here, or you get on your yoga mat, or whatever it is that you do for self-care that helps you when you're doing your caring for yourself? What happens though if you're not okay, and when you connect with yourself or your inner self, or you do some self-reflection, and you just discover you just are not okay, and digging into yourself isn't going to make you okay. You've run out of strength, you've run out of encouragement, whatever. What if you discover that you do not have what it takes to heal yourself from something? Maybe it's an experience, maybe it's a broken relationship, maybe, a loss of a loved one, or someone you love is facing something, and it's really hard for you to watch that, and you discover that all the self-care, all the interconnection, whatever, just doesn't do it. I think it's at that point that we realize that we're not always okay, that we're not always going to have everything that we need. I could come out here, and it's a beautiful area. I absolutely enjoy being out here. And yeah, there's snow on the ground. It's January in Montana, and there's supposed to be snow, and it's good to see snow um, on the ground. And honestly, it's a nice, beautiful day today out here. But what happens what if it wasn't a nice day? What if it was a blizzard and I wasn't out here because I chose to be out here, but I was out here and I got lost or something? And I'm not, I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm at. And if you're watching this video, it's proof I got back. So, but what if I didn't know the area? What if I was, lost in the wilderness, and it was, 40 below and blowing, and I could sit down and I could meditate all I want. It's just not going to take care of it. What do I need? I need to make sure, A, that I have proper knowledge and whatnot, and B, I would have to look for things outside of myself to help myself. Some of these nice, beautiful trees may end up being nice and beautiful fire if I was, lost on a very cold day. Some of the nice little squirrels that are no doubt scurrying around, they might be the main entree of my dinner. Who knows? But today's not going to happen. Not going to happen today. But what if I was like, I didn't know how to do all that? Because there's a lot of people don't, and if you're one of those, it's okay. A lot of people don't. It might be beneficial to have somebody nearby that does know. You know, if you're traveling with a group, one of them happens to be a survival expert or something, there you go. What do? You turn to them. Sometimes you can't be so self-sufficient that you fail to get help where help is available. And when it comes to some of the inner hurts that we experience, sometimes we're not going to heal ourselves, and time heals a lot of things, but time does not heal everything. Where are you going to turn when you don't have what it takes to heal yourself? Throughout the Bible, God makes a number of promises, and one of the greatest comes in Haggai 1:13, where God promises, I will be with you. I will be with you. This is the declaration of the Lord. Sometimes self-help, self-care doesn't get very far if we don't take care of our soul. We don't take care of that inner living thing. Now, what is the soul? One of the greatest definitions I came across here recently is this, and it comes from the notes in the Voice Bible, and they said the human body connects with the divine spirit. The soul is born. See, when we connect with the divine spirit, our soul is born. We got to take care of that. We want to nurture that. So self-care sometimes means soul care comes first. It doesn't mean that everything will automatically all of a sudden be great, because bad things are still going to happen. Hurt is still going to happen. But when you connect with the God who created your soul can be healed. So I just wanted to share that. I want you to contemplate that. I want people to think through this idea of self-care, and because so often, I mean, we talk about spiritual care and all this, but I mean, you gotta define some things. What is a person? What is yourself? What is your soul? What is your spirit? And how do you take care of them? And for me, it comes back to, if my soul comes from God, if he not only created my body, but it's when I encounter him that my soul comes alive. If that's where my soul comes from him. He breathes his life into me. The way he breathes his life into everybody, the way he's breathed into every human being, I believe, since he created Adam. And in Genesis 2:7, I believe it is, where God breathes the breath of life into humanity. God's breath is in all. If that's where our life comes from, and our soul life comes from him as well, and we depend on, I think maybe sometimes when we're talking about taking care of ourselves, maybe we should start by connecting with God. Maybe instead of just, me just disappearing out in the wilderness, like I'm prone to do, maybe I need this, and I do love this. I think I need this. But maybe I need this less than I need to connect with God. Maybe it should all start with that connection with God. So my encouragement to you today is, take care of yourself, whatever that looks like, whatever self-care is for you. Don't neglect that. But maybe start with soul care. Take care of your soul, connect with God, and then maybe your self-care will mean a little bit more. Thanks for joining me for this little thought, and God bless you as you go forth to take care of your body, mind, spirit.